live in New England again.
71 degrees.
71.
It's chilly. Would you like a sweater?
Maybe.
I'll go get you a sweater, but we have to say hello.
Hello. Welcome to Marital Hate. I am Stacy.
My name is Doug.
We're married. And
we don't hate each other.
not usually.
Most days.
Sometimes. Anyway, this is a live and interactive podcast. I'm going to try not to use my laptop tonight because I have too many tabs open.
Sometimes interesting.
Sometimes ridiculous. Horrifying.
Sometimes
usually horrifying.
Sometimes informative.
Yeah. But the thing that's kind of cool about it is that when you comment on the post, we bring your comment up on screen. So like if this was one, we would pull it up on screen. Everyone would see your comment. So even if you're watching from Facebook or on my page or Doug's page or on YouTube.
Watching from the Yukon territory.
I'm trying to say, give informative information. You're making fucking comments.
You're asking people to make comments. I'm making comments. I'm the bad guy.
Type your comment in the comments, Douglas, and I'll bring it up on the screen. Not the point. The point is that no matter where you are, even if there's no one else in your thread, you bring your comment, we pull it up on screen, we respond to you. And you can comment. You can comment, be it either during the live show or you can do it later, and we'll still respond to your comment. So that's how we do it. And the thing that's really cool is everybody's kind of become friends with the people. The regulars are all friends with each other, like the master haters.
The friendship is not mandatory, however.
Friendship is not mandatory, but it is an option.
It is. It's always a perk. I think it's a perk.
Speaking of friendship and some of our favorite folks, the OG lesbies, master hater Tracy, is probably not going to be with us tonight because she is in the process. They leave on Wednesday. They close on the house. Sorry, the movers come tomorrow. They close on Wednesday, and then they leave. I forget what the exact.
Very busy time for those.
The bottom line is they're moving their entire family down the country, and so she's not going to be here. Anne is taking care.
I heard that she was going to watch as she drove.
I don't know if she is. I hope she does. But that's not going to be till Wednesday. And tonight she's working and she's got shit to do. Oh. And Master Hater Anne is taking care of her sweetie, who's still recovering from surgery.
Ain't nobody got time for this show.
We have so many. There's so many amazing people that are generally part of the podcast, and we look forward to seeing them every night. And they're part of the show, and you can be too.
And we get people from parts unknown.
Oh, dude, we have
Liberia. Morocco,
Ohio. See,
also,
look at that. California in his house. That is Todd White. He says hi. Hi, Todd.
Todd, do you surf?
We miss you.
Like California people should surf.
California people should surf.
And have blonde hair.
Did you hear that?
Did
you hear that, Todd?
Like the Beach Boys songs.
You're a Florida man. You're supposed to have an alligator as a pet and
I'm
rob places.
I am just the right amount of Florida man.
You are no amount of Florida man. What is the most Florida man thing you've ever done in Florida?
Oh, in Florida?
In Florida. You've not done a fucking single thing that's remotely Florida man in Florida.
I'll get back.
You were invited to go python hunting and you said no.
At least I was in the Everglades. That's probably
you went to the Everglades, so now you're Florida.
Going to the Everglades is probably the most Florida man thing I've done.
I guarantee you that there's a guy from
held an alligator.
I guarantee you that there's a guy from Stanford, Connecticut,
who's been to the Everglades,
who's on his commuter rail home right now, wearing a light blue shirt and some khakis, who was in the Everglades last week. I guarantee you are not Florida man. And Todd says, hell no to Doug. And Tracy, I was just saying, you're too busy for us. You
shouldn't even be here tonight.
You're not even supposed to be here today. Do not work too hard, but we're all thinking about you.
The most Florida man. What's the most Florida woman thing you've done?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I do all kinds of things. First of all, I had a conversation with a woman in the middle of an aisle in Walmart about her being molested as a child, but only being attracted to significantly younger men.
That could have happened anywhere.
That's true, but it is pretty Florida. First of all, I don't normally go to Walmart.
The age in Florida skews.
I do not tend to go to Walmart.
The age in Florida skews higher, so pretty much, a younger man could be someone in his 50s.
Could be, but I use my Jeep and an extension cord to pull a piece of hurricane debris out of the road.
Pretty Florida.
I swim naked in my pool and play a game called Get That Dirty Cock Away From Me. And one day we were playing and my titties popped out and a bunch of neighborhood children showed up. So that was fun.
I believe I know what my most Florida man thing that I've done.
What's that?
The day after the hurricane.
Being married to me.
I ran down the debris-covered street with an American flag yelling USA, USA. It's on the intro to this broadcast.
Yeah, but you can do that anywhere. You should always chant USA, USA. You should always have a flag. You should be proud of your country.
Well, I am.
Even if your
I am proud to
country's
be
like,
from America.
I don't know, getting fucking encouraging global conflict and war. Like, you should be proud of here's my thing. I love my country, but I fear my government.
I love.
You love the government.
No, I don't love
goddamn
government.
Liberals.
Although, if I'm going to pay taxes, I want something for my money.
Well, what war? War in the Middle East? Is that what you want?
I would like peace everywhere.
Would you like everyone to have free student loans?
Perhaps.
Really?
I came up with the idea. Sponsored colleges. It's like the Nike University for sports stuff.
That wouldn't impact education in a negative way. That had nothing to do with.
It was a good idea. I'm in marketing. It's a good idea.
In medical schools and charter schools around
it would
the
be
country.
like the Pfizer Vaccine Institute.
Every medical school in the country is the Pfizer fucking.
Or the Gillette.
And the goddamn NFL.
The Gillette hair removal university.
The Travis Kelce Taylor Swift vaccine. Sign up, kids. Do whatever the CDC tells you. That's what you're supposed to do.
I don't think anybody should do what anybody tells them.
You do what they tell you.
Fuck you! I won't do what you told me.
Oh, dude, did you see the speech from the Rage Against the Machine?
I did not watch it yet. I want to watch it when I
can
actually pay attention. Tom Morello, actually a big Clash fan, helped induct the Clash into the Hall of Fame.
Okay, cool. Tracy says his birthday was like yesterday, right?
Morello?
Yeah, Tom Milmore.
Milmore. Yeah, that's different.
Tom Morello. Let's talk about Tom Milmore. He's a master hater.
He is a legend in his own right.
I don't know if he's been here
lately. I will
lately.
tell you that.
And we're almost at 150.
150 what?
Episodes?
We're at 133.
I gotta start thinking about doing a new gift for our master haters.
I think we should just
certain people. Do you know we had one person I made a painting for, mailed it to them with a nice note. Didn't even get so much.
Never heard back.
Meanwhile, Trace is up to her lady balls and packing and pets and vag blocking and a new job and movers and lawyers and 2 houses and multiple states. And here she is taking time out of her busy schedule. She is, and she just wanted to say a quick hello, which I truly appreciate. Thanks, Trace.
It's all good.
Actually, we've had that happen a couple times recently.
Yeah.
We gave a gift to a new single mom.
Yes, right.
And I don't know if she's a single mom, but she's a very young mom. And we were psyched because, a lot of girls in her situation would have terminated their pregnancy, and she is having her baby. And that's not an easy thing to do as a young girl and not a popular choice these days. So we sent a small gift, but we don't know if they ever got it.
Don't know.
Messaged her. Hey, did you get it?
Hey.
Nothing. Crickets.
Nothing.
So I guess I should call Amazon and demand my money back. Then we had the gift that we made. Nope. No answers to whether. And that happened a lot too, actually. The first year we moved from Massachusetts, we spent gifts back to our people we normally buy gifts for.
Mm-hmm.
And half the people never even fucking told us they got their gifts. So I was like, I had to chase them. And between the fact that nobody seems to give a shit when we send them a fucking present, and the fact that we're poor and we don't even do Christmas for each other, we basically don't do any Christmas stuff anymore. Sometimes I'll see something, I'll think of somebody and send it to them, but we're not very Christmassy. We buy for the kids.
We were Christmas.
We buy for your boys and Zach, usually.
Yeah, nobody else is going to accept our calls. Anne would like to say hello, peeps. Hello, Anne. Nice.
Why did you switch Tracy's comment?
Because I didn't see it. She says her people matter.
Yes, her people do matter, despite the fact that they are not black.
Or white.
No, they're white.
Oh, I don't know what they are.
I think they're
I don't know her people.
Becky seems to be white.
No, Becky is.
Tracy seems to be white,
nice
which
people.
would make me think her mom and her brother are also white.
But we'll just say potentially white family.
Potentially, you can have a potentially white family. I'm a potentially white person or potentially Hispanic. We haven't figured that one out yet. We're going to have to.
Does that mean every child is a potential albino?
Yeah, I mean, I'm
like everybody could just
3% sub-Saharan African. I think you have to be black to be albino, right?
No.
Oh, no, that's right. Because my kids went to school with an Asian albino.
I remember the Asian albino.
Not something you see every day.
No, not something
beautiful. I think albinos are I don't know if that's the politically melanin challenged people.
No, I think
you're melanin challenged, but albinos are I think that they're beautiful. I think we talked about this last week. I went on a tirade about how beautiful I think people with vitiligo are. I just think it's beautiful. I think people who are different are beautiful. I pay a lot of money to look different.
What she meant was, you are my people and you matter.
Oh, yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, we are your people.
Right.
And
because you would say, thank you for the gift. Todd says his favorite holiday is New Year's Day because that means Christmas is over. Now, there's a good thing and a bad thing about that, Mr. Grinch. Todd.
Yeah, oh, please. You all should have been here last Christmas. The Grinch. Go ahead. Where's your dog, Mr. Grinch?
The good thing is that by New Year's Day, you're just sort of done with the Christmas music and the ads and things like that. But the Christmas season is a festive time of year of giving and goodness and light.
Yeah, but here's my thing. As it pertains
to... Do you have a thing?
Yeah, okay. All the fucking holidays. I'm just gonna put this out there, right? Okay, let's start January. It's a new year. You set goals. You try to reach for those goals.
Yep.
Something you should do all fucking year long.
So the Christmas time is when you haven't reached them and feel bad about yourself and have shame.
I don't. I'm trying to make a point.
I'm kidding. I'm sorry.
So first you have New Year's. You make the resolutions, goals, blah blah blah. Boom. Shouldn't you do that every day all year round?
You should do that every day.
So then you have February, Black History Month, and of course Martin Luther King Day. Shouldn't we care about Black people?
Martin Luther King Day is in January.
Yes, I'm saying Martin Luther King Day in January and Black History Month in February.
Yeah.
Shouldn't we celebrate Black history every day? Should we celebrate all of our history every day, or maybe like smite
every
our
day
history
should
because it's fucking terrible?
Be Flag Day.
Okay, Arbor Day. Shouldn't we be fucking planting trees all the time?
We should. Yeah. Well, I think we'd run out of space if everybody planted a goddamn tree every goddamn day. It's called temperance in moderation.
If everybody planted a tree every day, we would be fucking great. Especially, or they could plant. They could plant a vegetable every day. We could get rid of our lawns.
Yeah, plant a vegetable every day.
365 days a year, everyone went outside and planted a new plant. And you could do it from kitchen scraps. Okay. Then you have
Mother's Day.
Then you have was there nothing between
Easter?
Shouldn't you celebrate the risen of the Lord every fucking day in a goddamn hippity hop? Shouldn't you hide eggs constantly? I think so. I think you should hide eggs and color eggs whenever you should dye whatever you want, whenever the fuck you want. You should do whatever you want with your hard-earned produce. Chickens hide eggs every fucking day.
I don't think they really hide them. It's just like they sit on them.
That's hiding them. If I sat on an egg, it would hide it and it would crack it. Okay, then there's Mother's Day. Shouldn't we be nice to mothers every fucking day?
Yes.
Everybody, why isn't there a Children's Day? Now they came up with this Daughters and Sons Day bullshit. I'm sorry, I was a mother. Every day is Kids Day. Every fucking day. You dedicate your whole life to it. Every day. Mother's Day, we're lucky if anything happens. I was lucky if anything happens. It did not happen often. And they don't talk to me. Okay, Father's Day. Again, something we should celebrate every day. Contrary to the media portrayal of men as being fucking idiots and the only purpose they serve is to fucking pay for things, which, would be nice. But I don't know. My husband has been a phenomenal father, a phenomenal husband, a phenomenal caregiver, and I celebrate his fucking teeny tiny little baby butt every single fucking day.
It's a little too much information, but I like the sentiment.
Okay. Then you got fucking 4th of July. Well, shouldn't we be celebrating our freedom every day?
Yes, we should. There's Allergy Sufferers Day. We should celebrate
and then, of course, my favorite holiday of the entire year, my fucking birthday. We should be celebrating me every goddamn day across the globe.
On this podcast, we celebrate.
And then, Labor Day. We're doing too much laboring of the days. I say we eliminate Labor Day, do less labor, let the robots take over, and we all fuck off. Okay. Then you have Halloween.
Yeah.
Well, Columbus Day, Indigenous people say you can be angry. People do that every day. They're angry every day, fighting over who did what, what piece of land belongs to whom, who did it first, what the fuck. How about if we all just share? Oh, no, that's not going to happen. But you guys can bicker every single fucking day. We're going to talk about some of the bickering that happens on fucking social media today. Okay. Then you got Veterans Day. Shouldn't every day be Veterans Day? I see a veteran. I'm like, thank you for your service, which is like super awkward. Like, what are they supposed to say back to that?
Huh?
Like if pretend you're a veteran.
Thank you for your service.
Pretend you're a veteran.
No, I won't because that's
stolen valor.
That is stolen valor.
Okay. Well, if you were a veteran and I said thank you for your service, what the fuck are you supposed to say to that?
Happy holidays. Well, what's the weirdest thing somebody could say?
I like turtles. That's what you would say.
I killed babies and
Okay, you can't even joke about that.
What?
Although it's funny because I had a conversation not so long
Yes,
ago
you
with
did.
somebody that we know.
That's why I brought it up.
That I was talking. Well, I wasn't talking about the nom one specifically, and I forget who that Oh, that was the guy in the parking lot. But a similar conversation that we had with Joe from the Publix parking lot was with one of my neighbors, and I was saying, thanks for your service, and you had talked to him briefly about, the sacrifice of being a veteran, and he
Right.
had some pretty fucking strong words to say about that, about how he didn't agree with the conflicts and didn't was not proud of what he did and not happy about his service. And I think that when people say thank you for your service, for some veterans, I think that can be triggering because maybe they're not so happy, particularly Vietnam veterans.
Well, I think they were happy about that. I don't think they, in his particular, I think he was fine with going. He had a job to do. He went. He was supposed to do it. Whatever. Joe, is that his name?
Yeah, Joe.
So I think when he came back and he saw the reaction, he had no clue because they didn't.
Well,
they didn't
yeah,
tell
he
the
talked
folks
about
over
that
there.
at length. He said that there was basically a propaganda machine, basically telling them like, oh, everyone supports the troops, and then they get home and they're like, yeah, people are gonna throw shit at you. But I think the issue is like for a service member. I mean, I guess if they're wearing like telltale service member signs, like, they've got their Navy hat on with their ship or whatever, then you can say like, thank you for your service. But some people are not happy about their military experience. And I can understand that. But so what's his name? Joe from the Publix parking lot was like pissed because he'd been drafted. He'd been drafted and he wasn't happy about that. And he had a new baby on the way. And then somebody else we know signed up voluntarily, but they had a bad experience. They have some pretty bad PTSD. Another friend I have is very proud of his military service, but has terrible PTSD.
I think it's terrible the way a lot of them have been treated and cared for, et cetera, et cetera.
Well, here's the thing, like, regardless, like, we have to assume everybody's had their own unique experience. Every single person on this planet, be it based on their military service, their gender, their color of their skin, their religion, whatever. Everybody is a unique person. Not to sound like an after school special, but here we are. You are special. And I think that like we can't pigeonhole anybody, but I think to try to have understanding and compassion of what that experience was like, and to understand that anybody who makes a sacrifice to serve others in a thankless way, that does things out of service, we should all be grateful for them. We should all try to do some level of service.
I wonder if anybody is
those people at the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a ball field across the canal that there's a game at tonight. Right, well, and there's a lot of cheering.
So I was in the middle of something.
No, go ahead. No, I have something to say, but late. Yeah, no.
Okay. So other holidays, Halloween. Get your freak on. You should get your freak on every fucking day. If you want to dress like a goddamn cat, dress like a goddamn cat. You can do that. You can do that in school. They'll give you rabies inoculations. I watched a video yesterday about a mother whose kids wanted the rabies updates, proof of rabies vaccination of their classmates because they're afraid to catch rabies from their classmate that thinks that it's a cat. It's pretty fucking funny. If they got sent home from school.
If you're worried about catching rabies from your classmates, you might have classmates that bite you. Go to school in a better neighborhood.
No, it's invariably
the rabies neighborhood.
Let me just tell you something. Inner city neighborhoods are not having the problem with kids coming to school thinking they're fucking cats. That is a fucking upper white class fucking
you
suburban
just said
problem.
If you want to be a cat, be a cat. So you are in support of that.
I'm saying if you want to be a cat, be a cat. You want to dress like a cat 365 days a year, knock yourself the fuck out. But if you genuinely believe that you're a cat, you might want to see a psychiatrist.
I ain't changing your goddamn litter box. I'll tell you that much right now.
My point is that this is not something that happens in kids with real problems. And not to say that middle class and upper middle class kids don't have problems. I'm just saying that it's interesting to me that children from impoverished families have way bigger fucking problems than meowing and not having a cat box.
Well,
but I digress. But
I don't know the data on privileged kids versus underprivileged kids and their and the amount of
because privileged kids are looking for fucking attention.
I will say this though, if I'm in underprivileged,
we were both underprivileged. Did either of us think we're cats? No.
I will say this.
It's what
being a cat would be a luxury. Man, I would love to be a cat. It would be so much better than being me.
Wow.
Well,
You
no,
know, we always try to end with gratitude, and I'm always like pulling it out of this motherfucker. Oh, it's better to be a cat than to be me. How about be happy for your life? Okay, that leads me to my next holiday. That leads me to my next holiday, Thanksgiving. You should be thankful all fucking year long. It puts you in a better mood, Douglas.
If it was Thanksgiving all year long, people would eat turkey and they'd fall asleep. That's why we.
Okay, a lot of people are fucking having sleep problems because they're on their goddamn phones till 2:00 in the morning. The blue light keeps them from sleeping. It doesn't allow your brain to recover. It's not good for you. And then you have.
But
Christmas.
then you take Sky Rizzy to fall asleep.
Oh, don't take Sky Rizzy or anything.
I don't know what Sky Rizzy is for. It's just a funny name.
So then you have Christmas and the Christmas holiday season where people are suddenly nice and charitable. Shouldn't you be doing that every fucking day of the year? So
Yes.
As a Floridian, I kind of appreciate the fact that we don't really have like seasons up down here like we do at home. Like sometimes you don't realize it's fall. Like we don't even know it's Christmas at all. We don't.
We're like that song.
Children from that's exactly why I said it. We're like those children in Africa that don't know that it's Christmas at all. But guess what? I set my goals every day and focus on them. I love my husband every day. I love Black people every day. I fucking celebrate Lyme disease awareness every fucking day of my goddamn life. I celebrate myself as a mother. I celebrate you as a motherfucker. I celebrate America pretty much every day. I celebrate myself pretty much every day. I could go on and on. I dress like a freak. I'm always thankful, and I always try to do charitable things. Let's not be like, oh, yeah, here's a Hallmark reason to spend money. Let's just fucking be nice people all the time, because then you can feel good all the time. You can be grateful all the time. You'll feel good. You want to dress like a weirdo? Do that. It'll make you feel good. Unless
can you cut down a tree from the woods, bring it in your house at any time of the year?
Yeah, look at how many fucking plants we have. Try not to kill the tree if you can
I
help
think
it.
we've read all of those.
I don't know. Trace was laughing.
People are quiet tonight. Because you've been on a tear. They don't want to like. They don't want to interrupt me
because they know what happens when you interrupt me. Todd says my favorite holiday is New Year's Day. Oh yeah, these are all of them.
I was good when you were talking about the military. I'm wondering if anybody has been out in public in their Space Force uniform and been thanked for their service. Do they have their own uniform?
I think that recent events have proven that Space Force might be a good idea. Might just be a very good idea. By the way, it used to fall under the Air Force dome. It just on
an unrelated note, well, a space-related note, they went up and sent some sort of satellite to view a asteroid. The asteroid has its own like moon asteroid. It's got an asteroid.
You sent me a whole thing with a star that was like 3 million light years.
I came over and I showed it to you because it was amazing. They have this photo thing from a telescope in space. It's of a solar system similar to ours, revolving around like a burning sun looking thing. No, burning bush. That was Moses. So, anyways, it's like this thing.
That's my puss. If I don't shave it, it looks like a burning bush. It's red.
And that's when you give me commandments.
My burning bush, yeah.
Thou shalt
harder, stick a finger in my ass, that kind of thing.
Thou shalt.
Thou shalt stick a finger in my ass. I command you to lick my ass.
Oh, we're doing that now? Oh my god.
That's my line.
Oh, okay.
By the way, thank you for the good sex this weekend.
I enjoyed delivering the goods.
Was there one time or two times?
I don't even remember now. I don't know. It was good enough.
So
you don't even remember.
Did you have a point to this? Oh, space.
Space
so things happen in space.
Oh, so anyways, so it's like there's a bunch of planets revolving around this goddamn sun.
Just like us. They're just like us.
Well, we don't know what they're just like us.
You don't know. Don't judge aliens until you don't judge them ever.
But those telescopes, they're seeing some crazy stuff.
Here is my problem. I have been so jaded by all of the lies from the media and the government that I don't believe anything anymore. I'm not even sure.
Do you believe there's a space?
You might be a hologram. We might be in one
Max Headroom.
You know those big, like people get these big glass balls and they put some dirt and some seeds in it or whatever.
It's called the terrarium.
Yeah. Well, but it's like its own little ecosystem. That could be us. We could be in like a big glass bottle.
It's pronounced aquarium.
I mean, how big would the glass bottle have to be for us to notice?
Truman Show. You noticed.
Just saying. Sometimes I feel like I'm in the Truman Show.
I will say this. There was, I want to say it was what's the big ass one? Not Uranus. What's the big ass?
My anus is not big.
What
My
is
ass
what
is
is the
big,
big?
but my
What is the
anus
big
is
planet?
normal size.
Neptune or not Neptune? Is it one of those big ones? Right?
Do you
I think it
just
was
completely ignore the fact that I said that my
yeah.
asshole?
I ignore you because I know it's coming. As soon as I said Uranus, you're gonna make an Uranus joke. Blah 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 blah. So, anyways, there was
Give
this.
these people time to laugh.
There was an eerie, like green blue light coming from beneath the clouds on that planet, and it was freaky. And I don't know what the hell's going on that planet, but it's pretty cool. Anyway, and I'm not even a space guy. I just I notice things, and I think they're fantastic. So, anyways, that's that.
Are you proud of yourself now?
I'm always proud of things. I'm seeing if I had any notes.
Oh, that didn't work.
What do you got?
Oh, I wrote applause on a piece of paper. I was going to hold
Applause.
it up because, like, when I say something that's funny, you don't even acknowledge it. So I was going to hold it up so the audience knew when they were supposed to clap.
Mm.
This really looks like Jesus. I give up. I had a few. Well, I was trying to show them the thing. I did watch a clip of Elon Musk on Rogan the other day. He had a Cybertruck that he'd driven to the office.
Yeah.
And he was telling Rogan about how it's bulletproof, and Rogan was talking about shooting arrows, and he's got a 90-pound compound bow that pulls like 500 yards, 500 miles per hour or some shit like that. It's craziness how fast it goes. And Elon was like, "Oh, do you have it?" Elon cracks me up, by the way.
Yeah.
And Elon and Rogan's little friendship cracks me up. So Elon, and by the way, like, this is Gen X taking over the fucking world, and I think it's awesome. So Elon is like, yeah, it's bulletproof. And Rogan tells him about this thing. And he's like, I wish I had it with me, and it's back at the house. And he's like, well, can you send somebody to go get it? And like, of course, Elon,
like, why wouldn't you?
When you're a billionaire like Elon, you can send people to go, like, send somebody to Kmart and get you a new bow. Which would be a trick because there's not that many Kmarts, and I don't think they sell those.
If there is even any
and I'm
Kmart
pretty sure Joe Rogan does not buy his bows at Target
or
at Kmart or Target or anywhere. He's probably gets them custom made, but that's not the point.
Okay.
Elon, Rogan remembered that he had a 90-pound bow, so they go inside this, and Rogan shoots the bow.
Yeah. But
he had to shoot it from an angle so it wouldn't ricochet back. But like Elon's over here, I'm like, oh my God, can you imagine Rogan shoots bow, kills Elon? It's some idiotic stunt in the garage. So anyway, they did it, and it fucking basically split the tip of the bow, and Rogan was baffled by it. So it was really the arrow. So it was interesting. And
wouldn't an arrow bounce back straight?
No, if you shot straight on, it would.
It would bounce straight back. Because you think it would just really deflect at some.
I mean, you shot pool. You've shot pool.
Yeah,
it's the same thing. Same thing. You shoot something. It just depends on the angle that you hit something else. The important thing is Elon and Joe Rogan are still alive. The Tesla Cybertruck barely had a mark on it. And apparently it's got, because it doesn't have axles, they're independent wheels. So it has a higher ground clearance. And because there's no drivetrain, it's completely smooth on the bottom. So you're not doing shit like
smooth on the bottom,
fucking ripping out your differential on an off-road trail. I don't know anybody's ever done that. It certainly wasn't me.
It was you.
Yeah. So I don't know. My mechanic seems to be pretty happy with me right now.
Yeah, because
I'm paying for his summer home.
He could be rolling up here in his own Cybertruck with his own bow.
He does have 2 Jeeps and owns a massive house in Lehigh. So I'm doing something wrong. Tony's doing it right.
He's a good guy.
He did come, and he's coming again on Thursday to seal my engine because that bitch is leaking.
Seal up.
Much like me.
Seal up that lady.
I'm a leaky person.
I know.
You try
That's the last thing you
keep
want
trying
to
to perform an airlock on me by putting things in multiple orifices at once, and I feel
about an airlock.
That's what an airlock is. When you fill all the orifices at once, like
that's
I don't know how
airlock?
he manages to do it, but when we're having sex, he's got things in all the holes.
She's making things up.
He goes like this to my ears while we fuck. I don't even. He go like this.
No, I do. I go like, shut up.
How's that working out for you?
Not good. But good all at the same time.
It really depends on how you look at it. I think that might be like
the sprinklers just went on because they don't understand that we put the clocks back.
Oh fuck! You got to fix that.
Oh, what?
No, fucking Cape Coral cunts.
Yeah.
Sorry, what do you call them? Not the Cape
Department
Coral
of Public Works.
No, code compliance.
Yeah.
They go around and write fucking people tickets because they're a bunch of dick bags.
Dick bag.
Code compliance is filled
I
with
could
dick
go.
bags.
I don't know anything about setting that thing, but I could go out and look. I'm not looking at it right now because I'm doing the show.
Well, there could be a snake.
There could be anything out there.
We haven't had a snake in a while. We've had 3 snakes so far. A cute little aggressive black racer. A ringneck was so cute, and a glass snake.
Adorable.
Was it a glass snake? Blind snake?
It wasn't a glass snake.
Blind
It was
glass snake.
I believe it was a blind snake. It was very small, looked
So I
like
said a
exactly
blind
like an earthworm.
Very
But
cute.
glass snakes are they're legless lizards, which are pretty awesome.
Tracy, I would tell your landlord to fix the timer.
You know what? You don't even own a house.
We can barely get
yet.
No, she has one
She's
house.
in between.
That one's not even sold yet.
She's homeless.
Wednesday they sell. So we aspire to be home. I aspire to be homeless. We have a dishwasher that has been broken for 3 years. You think that they're gonna fucking fix? You should see the weeds in front of our. Can I just tell you? And I'm in a battle with my property management company. Lawn and pool service are covered in our rent. No one ever mulched those front bushes, or they haven't been mulched since like 1983 when the house was built. And so we have weeds that are as tall as our trees out there. And I refuse to fucking do anything about them. It's included. And so we talked to the landlord. We're like, hey, do you think that you could have the guys put some shit down? Because we will never be able to keep up with that. And he did not.
Yeah. No.
Trace says, my sprinkler system is by remote control here now. Aren't you fancy? So we actually
She is pretty fancy.
occasionally have to put water in the pool because it gets low. It evaporates, especially if you're environmentally irresponsible and don't cover your
Or
pool.
it's 900 degrees.
Could you imagine fucking covering and uncovering the pool every goddamn day?
If it gave me warm pool water, I would do it.
Yeah, it just keeps a little bit from evaporating. So anyway, we have to occasionally put water in the pool. And I have what is called a Beehive smart timer.
Beehive with a Y.
Beehive. And they have an app. And if I want to put water in the pool, I just click water manually. And if you listen, you should be able to hear it. Just clicked on. Water is in fact going in the pool, which I think is pretty cool. So,
And Tracy confirms that she is indeed fucking fancy.
she is fucking fancy.
If you have to swear, I don't like to swear so much. But
wait, maybe she fucks in a fancy way, is what she's trying to say.
Oh, I'm pretty sure that's true.
Did you get out the strobe light butt plug? Is that what you did? That's a good idea.
Is that what this is? Sign language for that? This right
light.
here is a strobe light butt plug. That's sign language for that. What's wrong
It's
with
just
you?
strobe light. Oof. Do you want me to show you the sign for butt plug?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay, fine. Speaking of things that you don't want me to show people, I got one of those. Somebody sent me one of those. It was on Facebook, and it was like, your best friend comes to the door. Your best girlfriend comes to the door, and you have to hand her whatever's directly to your left. And it was lube. Lube. So I texted my friend Christina and Jen, and I was like, "Here you go, lube.
Live it up."
Want some lube?" So I thought that was pretty funny. So whatever is to your left, you have to give to us. Trey says, "Of course, I like this sign language." And what should anything you have up your butt have? A flange. Make sure you have a flange. So if I was going to be up your butt,
flange.
something up your butt, there you go. That's a flange, Stacy. It's not American Sign Language. It's Stacy Sign Language. Chicken on a salad, strobe light up your ass with a flange. Make sure you get the flange. Other beautiful things.
She has lots of sign language.
I have to tell you. So
There's so much in her brain that she needs to get it out.
I can't. Well, nobody listens to me. That's kind of part of the problem. Maybe it's because my voice is like white noise, but that's a session for therapy another week. My poor therapist. I think I went over a half hour today. No, 10 minutes. I was just like, oh, God. No one likes me. I did want to talk a little bit about our weekend.
I don't even remember what we did. So
Friday night, we did the podcast, and then we went to sleep.
Yeah, that was fun.
Saturday.
That was a fun night after.
Saturday, did we fuck Saturday or Sunday?
I don't remember. I don't remember.
Sunday. Saturday, I was really not feeling well and super sad. And I had wanted to go to the revival tent for church.
Oh, we were going to go to the revival tent, which is the miracle tent.
I really
Where?
wanted to go, but Doug was like, "Ooh,
No,
stupid."
I was gonna go, but
Yeah, but you had bitched about it all week, so I wasn't going to twist your arm. I was
set
already
us hold on. I thought there was
Stop.
something bad was gonna happen. I didn't bring that.
Okay,
for
but
you,
that's
I
not the
said.
point. The
Yeah.
point is that I was like, "Oh, I want to do this," and you hemmed and hawed about it all week.
I did.
So when the day came and I was like, "Oh, I want to do this," and you weren't like, "Yeah, let's go. I'm going to pack a cooler." I was just like, "Fuck it. I give up. I give up." And then, which is tough because it's like I'm not great about advocating for myself. And when I say like I want to do something or I want something and Doug fights with it, like I just give up and cry a little bit on the inside. And then
That's not good.
do you have any things that I have like repeatedly said to you in the course of our 10-year marriage that you have just like completely ignored?
Well, you didn't sign language because I only respond to sign language.
Oh, I got a sign language for you right now. You know what? I'm just going to use this. No, you know what? This is too soft. Give me something crunchy. I'm going to put this ridged alligator straight up your ass. You know, no flange. You're going to have to go to the ER with your new insurance that we can't afford. We certainly can't afford to use it.
Well,
but here we go.
Money well spent if they can get that out of my
ass and have them pull it out. There you go. Maybe what if you just start shoving things up your ass just for the sole purpose of going to the ER to see the look on people's face?
You know what, doctor? I gained all this weight.
How would you possibly?
And I can't explain it.
How would you explain this alligator being up your ass? Would you say you sat on it? Would you say it was a new species of lizard?
I identify as I love reptiles, and I wanted to turn my butthole into a cloaca.
I thought I had a cloaca, and my alligator must have thought it was a cloaca too because it climbed right up there. Side note, this was sitting on the side of our pool over there. My buddy Dave was visiting. He came outside to have a smoke, and he looks over and he starts texting me. He's like, "There's a new lizard." He's like, "It's just staring at me and it hasn't even moved." I'm like, "What kind of weed are you smoking?" It was this.
It was this.
And so Doug found a little teeny tiny one. I put it in his suitcase when he went home. It's really cute. So then Sunday, we fucked. I told all my friends about the lube. Then you worked on your music a little bit Saturday.
Yeah, at some point I did. Yeah.
We eventually made it to Costco. Where they know us, by the way. They know us. And there's an angry man in the back. There's this angry man.
Yeah, you don't
he
want to
reminds us of like 5 people, and he gives us both anxiety. I do not like him. Like you say hello to him, he's like, he should work at Walmart. Like not.
Wait,
Costco.
can we do that noise again? Ready?
You should work at like Walmart, not the happiest place on earth.
Oh. Okay, remind me to talking about different stores. Comparison. Okay, but go on.
Okay, but Costco, happiest place on earth, not Disney World. I've been to Disney World. Costco is the happiest place on earth. Okay, so we did the Costco, and as we're leaving, by the way, the chick who checks our receipt at the door knows us, and she's like, "You have like practically nothing. What's going on?"
Like nothing. Yeah.
She's like, "Blink if you're being kidnapped." But here's the other one. There was 2 that really fucking got me. So we ran into our little friend. All right, tell me
Pat
the name.
Mahomes looking guy.
The Pat Mahomes guy, and I forgot his fucking name. It was a
Jaden.
No, Javion. I think it was Javion.
Javion.
I'm not really sure. Anyway, he doesn't even know which podcast we have. He's delightful. He looks like Patrick Mahomes. If you go to Costco in Fort Myers, say,
and you'll see Pat Mahomes.
And then he'll be like, "Oh my God, you must know Stacey and Doug."
Yeah.
So we get out front, and against my better judgment, I had a slice of pizza, and I think we were both hungry when we got to the store.
We were both starving, yeah. And you could smell it.
It's never a good idea because Doug was like, "Oh, I want this snack and I want that snack." And I'm like, "Well, you're an adult, but you really shouldn't have that." And
but I wanted like the Christmas candy, like the 8-pound bag.
You are always gonna look for an excuse to get carbs and sugar into your system and then be like, "Oh, why is my blood pressure high?" Well, carbs and sugar.
Well, you're the one eating goddamn pepperoni pizza.
Yes, I had a slice of pepperoni pizza in a moment of weakness. How many times am I sitting there eating fucking fruits and vegetables and you're eating fucking stuff out of a bag?
If I eat that much stuff out of a bag, we wouldn't have any bags left.
How many pecan clusters have you eaten?
I have not eaten nary a pecan cluster in a long time. That thing's almost empty. It's a little stale. It's not my go-to snack.
I'm just saying that you have a tendency to do everything you can to get a carb into your system.
I love me carbs. I love it. I love rice.
So admit that you have a
I love
problem.
pasta. Oh yeah, I totally have.
Okay, well, I'm trying to be healthy,
yeah.
and it's not the best influence for me. It's certainly
But
not good for
you-
you, but that's a whole other story. I want to talk about the
Okay.
fucking people.
Okay.
So we
Go about
go.
the people.
So we sit down for our pizza, and there's two couples.
Two couples.
Okay,
Both with babies.
husband and wife. The one is like about to pop pregnant. We're chatting with them or whatever. The baby's super cute, and we're like talking about how, hang on, it goes by so fast, and blah blah blah.
The baby had like a little top knot, like kind
Super
of thing.
cute baby.
And so did the dad. I go, she's got dad's hair.
The dad was like not a lot of personality, probably shy or quiet, or thought we were fucking nuts, which we are. The whole time, this like super pregnant woman is standing there
Eating.
next to the baby and feeding the baby while he sits there and just enjoys his fucking meal.
You don't
and
know. Maybe he worked all day.
And at some point, I just turn to my right and I go, so she's standing up doing all that. You're going to carry all the groceries in, right? I know he was not planning on carrying those fucking groceries in. That woman was going to have to carry those groceries in, deliver that baby, breastfeed the other one.
I don't think you
and do the taxes.
I don't think you're a friend to the men in the world.
I was not a friend to that man. I was not a friend to
You
that
don't
man.
know this story.
But-
You don't know this story.
but it-
Maybe that guy had Lyme disease.
What I know,
And she took.
what I know
she took
is
over
that
the grocery
pregnant
deal.
woman was standing up during that entire meal while he rested.
Um,
And then
but we don't know the rest
And
of the story.
then-
We don't know the story.
I know what I saw. And then the table next to us,
Another couple with
Another
a
couple.
young baby.
beautiful baby, the mother is holding the baby the entire time. Somehow a soda gets dumped all over the table, including the mother. So the dad's got like 2 napkins and he's like wiping it up. And I'm like, I get up to go get her napkins. And at some point, the mother had wanted one of the napkins and he used them all to wipe the table. And she's like, I need a napkin for me because it's on me. And Doug's like, my wife got you. And then, so I'm trying
Notice
to be
how
like,
I didn't go and get the napkins.
So you would have if I'd asked you to.
Well, because the first family took
somebody
half
pick
my
out
goddamn
apples.
napkins.
Yeah, we gave them. Well, I told you to grab napkins for them. When you got up and walked, I said, get napkins.
Oh yeah, I just got extra.
So, but the guy is just sitting there, and like the woman is like holding the baby and covered in soda, and at no point does he fucking get up.
He didn't do
I'm
anything.
going to tell you right now, if I'm fucking holding the baby, you better be doing everything else.
We don't have a baby. When Donna comes, you can hold Donna, and then I'll do.
How am I going to hold
I
Donna?
don't know. You figure it out. She's your friend.
She's oh my god. I'm gonna tell Donna that and she's gonna smash you in the fucking head with a jar of peanut butter.
She's definitely she probably
No,
will.
Donna is my friend, and I actually talked to her this morning and I haven't talked to her since, but I should text her. But she is team Doug all the way. No matter how fucking stupid you are, she defends you.
Stupid. That's not a nice thing to say about your husband.
Sometimes you're fucking stupid.
This is why you
not
can't
as
keep a
stupid
man.
as people on the internet. Why I can't keep a man? I can't get men to leave me the fuck alone. I got guys that I went on one date with in 2011 still fucking calling me.
Well, shouldn't have been so easy.
I wasn't.
Oh, I'm so funny.
I wasn't.
I'm so funny.
Let me just say this to the girls of the world. Boys have a tendency to lose interest once you put out. Don't. They'll be calling you 12 years later.
Yeah, which is also fun. So what happened?
Hang on, I want to read these comments.
I think we've got them all.
We did? I don't think
I
so.
we did.
No. Of course, I like this sign language. I like Stacy sign language. Tracy's laughing her ass off, and she says he has a flange and 4 arms and 2 legs. I'm telling you right now.
That's going right up.
That's going right up your fucking ass. Right now. It's not enough of a flange. As a matter of fact, I watched a video of a nice gentleman.
How do you know the gentleman was nice?
Because he was doing an informative video for the internet.
Okay, all right.
He was at Target showing all these little Christmas trees and telling people not to shove them up their asses.
I don't know what kind of TikTok.
He was in
you're
scrubs, so I
watching.
think he was official.
Oh, he may have. That's his.
He was some sort of medical
That's
person.
his thing in life.
Do not shove this up your ass. Do not shove this up your ass. Because there's no fucking flanges. You need a dramatic flange.
Money making idea of the day.
What's your money making idea of the day?
Peel and stick flange. Anything.
That
can
is
go up
not a
your ass.
chance you want to take. That's a massive liability.
Anything can go up
The
your
stick doesn't work and you're fucked.
Command
Somebody's up
strip
someone's ass and you're
flange situation.
and you're on the hook for a $10,000
It's called attach a.
Then they have
attach a
medical
flange.
malpractice and you're on the fucking hook for that too.
Attach a flange.
You cannot have attach a flange. It is too much
Works
of a
in-
liability.
That thing. Attach a flange. Anything can be in up your butt in minutes.
No, do not do attach a
Just
flange.
Peel,
No,
peel the backing and
Do
and
not-
press firmly.
This is a terrible business idea. I know somebody's at home with their 3D printer and some Gorilla Tape right now. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Terrible idea.
Somebody got to make up a prototype. Let me know how it works out.
No.
Attach a flange.
No. We do not use Crisco as lube, and we do not attach a flange.
I don't know what you're talking about. Crisco is a thing.
Just to be clear.
There are communities.
Just to be clear, you are never putting Crisco anywhere near me. No.
You are officially no fun.
We're coconut oil lube.
You are
people.
officially
Thank
no
you.
fun.
I'm officially no fun. I'm no
You
fun.
might as well just join a convent. You won't even use Crisco.
You guys have watched this podcast. Am I the no fun one?
Yeah.
Am I the no fun
Look
one?
at her. She's begging you. Please make me the fun one. You didn't come up with a money-making idea like attach a flange.
Attach a flange is a massive liability. It's a massive liability.
We have a legal department.
What's our legal department? Our current legal department.
Because in small type, we're going to say does not guarantee
the legal department
actual effectiveness.
The legal department for Gear Creative that drafts our contracts is ChatGPT. That's what we do. Tracy is dying, and it's all because of me. Donna, don't die though. Donna says Lemmy Winks is an anal thing that tries to turn around. Oh. Is an anal. What is that?
I don't know.
But
you Google it. It'll be in your Google history.
Donna, I told you I was thinking of you because I never got back to you after this morning.
She's a terrible friend.
I don't mean to be a terrible friend. You don't have to come to the podcast unless you want to, and then in which case we're glad you're here. I was telling Doug about how you always have his back.
Well, somebody's got him.
Oh, sweet baby Jesus on the cross.
You're always on the attack because of my Crisco use.
I don't even know what to say. It's 8:49.
You remember the Folgers commercial? We're at this fancy restaurant and we swapped the coffee for Folgers crystals. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to swap about Crisco in your coconut oil thing.
Lemmy Winks is a hamster from South Park. They shove it up people's ass. Well, that's nice.
So if you could use an attach a flange on a gerbil.
But then Richard Gere wouldn't even be famous. If he had a flange on that gerbil, nobody would know who he was.
What?
Why do you have to try so hard not to laugh at my fucking jokes?
I'm not laughing at your jokes. I'm laughing at the fact that somebody like a million years ago said, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to come up with a rumor that Richard Gere had a gerbil in his butt.
I saw the gerbil in his ass. It's not.
You saw really? You were there.
Yeah,
in the ER when they pulled it out.
No,
you have a picture of it.
It's still there. It lives in his ass. If you had a gerbil in your ass, you'd be hanging out with Buddhist monks too. That's what happens. Hang out with Buddhist monks. They put a gerbil in your ass.
I don't think that's.
Do you think I'm gonna get canceled by a bunch of Buddhist monks? I don't know.
Tracy says she's always on the attack trying to keep you alive. LOL, I am on Stacey's side for that one.
And Donna says South Park gerbil.
Just very aggressive. That's all.
What's very aggressive?
You
should know. But here's the thing, Doug. We talked about gratitude today and how you're like, oh, I'm so grateful for everything, blah, blah, blah. But when we try to talk about gratitude or when you're in a negative place and I'm like, let's focus on what we're grateful for. You're like, I don't know, hot water. And then I'm like,
I don't sound like that.
Yes, you do.
I don't like I turned into a
you should tape
a donkey that had a stroke. And I apologize for any donkeys out there that have had strokes that sound like that. Actually, I'm just pulling out like some descriptive language here. Is all. I would like you to apologize for likening me to somebody who says,
you are a donkey that had a stroke for sure. Look at you. Show them your tongue.
Donkeys. I don't think donkeys are known for that.
I want Kinky Kelly to come over and give you a time. Okay, that's not my point.
We digress.
No, but I was saying something. If you laughed at my jokes instead of holding them in,
I wouldn't have a stroke.
You wouldn't have all those fucking vulvas on your forehead. Look right here, a little vulva right between his eyes. Oh, I can't even wear it. Right.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to find it. Okay.
It's all right.
See, he has a little vulva.
That's what I'm going to look like in 10 years.
That's as big as mine.
Now squeeze it more. That's when I'm 80. I get 3 of them when
What
I'm
are you
80.
talking about? Last night you got upset about football. You came out. You looked like you had aged 10 years. Y'all, I am
very
not
important to me.
sleeping at night because I'm so stressed out that my husband is going to wake up dead. Every morning, I have a moment where I say a little prayer. Please let my husband be alive.
Well, here's my thing.
Although I'm fine with opting out at this point. If you want to die, die. But people like you.
Well,
No one likes me. I can die. What?
I'm not going to wake up if I'm dead. Just saying. All right, so
you know how I want you to have sex with me when I'm dead?
yes,
I'm going to shove so much shit up your ass when you're dead.
I won't care.
I'm going to have to test.
You don't even. Are you going to use an attach flange so you can get the stuff back?
No,
or are you just going to leave it in there?
It's a liability.
It's attachaflange.com.
If you take something and shove it up your ass and it gets stuck up there, that's on you. If an attach flange is there and it didn't save you, or it gives you the implication that you can just take it and stick anything up your ass, we're liable for that shit.
No, because there's a footnote. There's
I'm
like a
telling
legal
you,
disclaimer.
It's going to be like the goddamn OptiGrab. We're going to start out. We're going to have a mansion. We're going to have a butler and we just get the butler and the live-in maid while we have a studio apartment. But then we get a big house, and then we have a room with disco dancers and a bed shaped like a clam. And then
I don't know if anybody's old enough to have seen that movie, but
if you haven't, you should watch it.
It's The Jerk with Steve Martin from 1978.
Yeah, you should watch
something
it.
Like that. It's a fantastic movie.
Donna says, "I like you both. Don't die."
What do you should write for Hallmark, Donna.
Dude, no, Donna's had enough people die. I feel like I can't die just because poor Donna keeps having. They just had John's sister just passed away. It's absolutely fucking tragic.
It's not good.
She says that you're the best donkey ever. He's not. He's not. Kiki Kelly.
I'm
and
a
the
donkey
Sexy
with a stroke.
Whole neighborhood just heard that. I hope it wakes them up because those motherfuckers woke me up at 6 o'clock this morning with the fighting dogs and the loud ass retirees. No good. Charlie says praying is actually a good thing. Yes, it is. You're right. Darth says, "Hi guys." Darth, you accidentally pocket dialed me a while ago. I don't know if it was you or one of your kids, but I answered and I said, "Is this a pocket dial or are you actually calling me?" And then I heard shuffling and a hang up. So either Darcy shuffled and hung up, or
there was some shuffling.
TikTok or TikTok or one of them. She's saying, stopping by to say quickly hi, and I love you. Feel better soon. My friend's got the Rona again.
Oh, what the frick?
And she's still cooking for 5 freaking kids.
I'm sorry to hear
Plus,
that.
she's pregnant. She's not pregnant. Her husband asked if she was pregnant. And she
doesn't want to know. He doesn't want to know.
Tracy says, "I'm with Donna. I love you guys. Don't die." We have no control over it.
You guys with the Hallmark sentiments, you're making me weep.
Dara says, "Oh yeah, oh yes, oh my, gee, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Sorry," and she is not pregnant.
With the line, this is the Ghostbusters line.
Well, she has 5 freaking.
When
kids.
You're pregnant, who you gonna call?
She has 5
pregnancy busters.
She has 5 little girls, and as someone who had 4 little girls.
I just made up.
Keeps getting. She's just getting. Layla's going to be. I think Layla's about to turn 12.
It's not good.
Shit is about to get real for poor Darcy. Y'all, if you have any marijuana or alcohol, you should send it to Darcy because that poor girl is going to need as much relief as she can get. Now, I'm not saying that she should, smoke marijuana and drink. I'm saying that she should give it to the kids. I feel like. Maybe
like calm down.
Maybe
the kids.
Violet could do an edible every night and give Darcy time to watch the Gilmore Girls.
Tracy says the Ghostbusters line, LMFAO, whatever.
What was the Ghostbusters line?
Because they said, "If you're pregnant, who you gonna call? Pregnancy Busters."
You mean Planned Parenthood?
They show up in this old ambulance, all nasty looking, with this vacuum gun.
What was that movie that we watched?
Who you gonna call?
Was it Cider House Rules.
Pregnancy Busters.
If you haven't seen it, Cider House Rules, Michael Caine, highly recommended.
Anything. All right. First of all, anything Michael Caine.
Okay, I don't know.
Anything Michael Caine, fantastic. Cider House Rules, even better. Charlize Theron naked on a bed.
Okay,
just saying.
Yeah. Okay, all the great things. However, Doug has just pulled up Darcy's announcement that I'm sure your daughter wants the whole world to know that it's up on screen. So, congratulations to Layla in becoming a woman. I'm sure she would love. You just told the whole world this.
How goddamn old is she?
She's not old enough.
She's 4.
She's 12, and she's not old enough to watch this podcast.
Okay, good.
Charlie, thank God. One day Layla will watch this podcast, and I will be horrified. Like,
you know what's gonna happen is one day in the future, Layla's gonna like come over the house and be all like, you know, like she like with her own children. It'll be messed up.
no, because
she's like
this is a curve. There's a curve, right? So there's like the cool like Auntie Stacy, let me figure out all the crap that's in your hair. Will you buy us ice cream and take us for pizza and like play with us and let us boss you around and cool shit like that? And then one day, these kids down the street, your kids, whatever, they realize that I'm a complete lunatic, and that's fun at first, right? They're like, "Can I smoke weed with you? Can we get high together?" And I'm like, "No, you're not 21." And then they're like, "Oh, I'm 21 now." Okay, maybe it depends. And then they're like, as time goes on, they're now adults. I'm finally accepting that they're adults, and they get to know the real me. And they're like, "Wow, you're fucking nuts." And then they're gonna have their own children. They're gonna be like, "You pulled it together for my entire childhood. You acted like a normal person. Can you do it now, please?" And still, I say fuck like 4 times, and I have to apologize to the kids. So Charlie says 5 kids. Oh hell no. Let me just tell you something, Charlie. You should be so lucky as to have 5 kids as adorable as her little fuckers. They're awesome, all of them.
Little fuckers.
Well, they're not fuckers yet, but apparently it's right around the corner. May the force be with you, Darcy. I think she's had a little too much force. That's how we got 5 kids. So much force, in fact, that they blew the balls right off of them. 5 girls.
Sounds painful.
Darcy says Tobey Maguire. I love that movie. Well, I love Michael Caine. It's a really good movie. I
actually posted a picture not too long ago of Michael Caine with a cane, and it was like it was so literal. It was beautiful. It was
so redundant.
It was
Michael Caine
perfection.
with a cane is redundant.
Just Michael with a cane, or it's just Michael, comma Caine. But that guy's a treasure. That guy's good and everything. There's very few people that you can say
Did he die?
No, he's still. He just actually retired. He just did a movie, came out, he got all these awards or whatever, and now he's like, I'm retired from acting. Screw this. I mean, what can you do? I mean, what more can that guy do?
I want to do a porno with Michael Caine. Would you be down with that? What? I'm gonna make and produce a porno with Michael Caine.
Okay, go ahead.
He's gonna play your lawyer, who you have to sleep with to get him to represent you when he sues the Attach-A-Flange company because an alligator got stuck up your ass.
I bet I could do a pretty good Michael Caine if I practice a little bit. He's such a
like a flamboyant gay actor or something. I watched.
Never.
Okay.
No, I don't know. I don't know all his roles.
For some reason, I'm remembering him playing somebody.
You're thinking of Michael.
No, I'm thinking of Michael Caine. I don't even.
You're thinking of Michael P. Keaton.
I'm not thinking of any of those people. Michael Caine, gay character. I'm Googling that shit. Donna says, Stacey, we need to go visit Tracy when she moves to Georgia sometime. Get an Airbnb. I'm going to sleep in the camper. Yes. And she says we would have a blast. Of course we would. Let's do it. Charlie says, Stacey, we have known each other for how long? And how much do you want to claim crazy? That as much as you want to claim crazy, that is bullshit with me. It's actually interesting that you should say that.
I kind of missed what
So Charlie doesn't really think I'm crazy, is what he's saying. Because he's known me for a long time. He doesn't think I'm crazy. But here lies the problem. Most people, people have 2 reactions to me.
Yeah.
Very strong reactions. Either they meet me and they love me, or they meet me and they can't stand me. But the people that love me, they eventually tire of me. They're like, I have had enough of her. She's a little too direct. She's a little too honest. She has a potty mouth. She shares too much information. Yada, 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 yada. And then there's the people, they just get sick of me. But the people who meet me and they're like, oh, she's a lot to take. They get to know me and they're like, oh, wow, she's intelligent. She has thoughtful things to say and so forth. So Charlie is the exception to the rule. Because Charlie always loves me. That's not true.
He does not think
we fight like fucking cats and dogs. He does not think my cat is what?
A dog.
The Airbnb is my place. Donna says I'm crazy, Charlie. No one would argue that, Donna. But you're crazy.
I don't think Donna's crazy. I think she's volatile. She's got a little anger issues. But
all I'm saying
that's why you stay on Donna's good side.
If I go to prison, I'm going with Donna. I'm going with Donna. Tracy didn't even stand up against the crackheads. Donna will bash a crackhead with a jar of peanut butter. Trace, if we're going to commit a crime, we have to have Donna with us.
Nobody on the show condones crime making.
That's not true. Donna, Tracy,
unless you're in a state that doesn't allow pregnancy busters. Texas, pregnancy busters.
Do you know in China they have abortion vans that like literally go around to villages and perform abortions in the bus? It's an abortion bus. It's a thing. Trace says, Donna, we would have a blast. Of course we would. Donna says, I love messing with crackheads. How often do you come across a crackhead, Donna? Is that something that we're going to do while you're in Florida? We're going to head on down to Liberty
every couple
City.
Weeks.
The grass is green and the crackheads are shitting like on the street because that's what crackheads do.
Alleged crackheads.
No, they're actual crackheads.
I'm just trying to. I'm getting legal from the show in my ear to say alleged.
Our legal is ChatGPT. You don't even.
Wait. Somebody's coming in. Yeah, you need to be quiet.
What's the ChatGPT website?
ChatGPT.
So you don't know our lawyer, so you cannot reference our lawyer. Tracy says, I will sell my knowledge. I know how to get away with things. Well, girl. Okay, I'm going to get some life insurance on him.
Blanche.
Hear me out. I'm going to get some life insurance on him, like a lot. You're going to help me. We're going to kill him so he can stop annoying me and I can stop waking up every morning wondering if my husband's dead. Then I can have the money. I can buy like a nice RV. And you can introduce me to nice lesbians with like, you know, lots of money and a Jeep and tools around the country, and I'll go visit them. And when they try to come at me with the U-Haul on their second date, I'm out of there because I got an RV. Donna says, I live in Weymouth, and I've come across a few in my hunts for Nikki. I didn't know that there was a big crack problem in Weymouth. Is there a big crack problem in Weymouth? I always thought Weymouth was bougie.
Weymouth? I think Weymouth is all things to all people.
I always thought Weymouth was bougie.
Well, I remember back in the day, there was a good Weymouth and a bad Weymouth, and I don't know which was which, and I still don't. So
I don't even know what that means. Tracy says, laughing my ass off, and now this podcast exists, so now we are screwed. No one listens to this podcast. There's 3 fucking people watching. Although every once in a while, we like we get here and we're like all bummed out because like, oh, there's only 3 people watching, or there's only 4 people watching. We feel sad. We're like, why are we doing this? We share all this personal information. We take time out of our busy schedule every night. We pay for the streaming platform. And then we'll be like all bummed out. Nobody watches. And then like 6 people will randomly come up to us and be like, oh my God, that podcast last night was so funny. And we're like, oh, you were watching? So the counter we have is apparently not accurate. Yeah, wait. Donna says junkies are even better. I don't. Oh, okay.
Tastes like chicken.
Donna Tracy says crack is everywhere now.
Crack is whack.
I don't have any. Houston. I don't have any. Can I DoorDash that shit? I don't care. I have nothing to lose. I'll do crack. What the fuck? Tracy said, Donna says it was a few local towns. And Trace says, my cousin got kicked out of Weymouth schools for dragging a girl out of class by her hair and beating the crap out of her. That must be Donna. Are you and
something
Donna
in the water over there?
Are related? All you South Shore, calm your shit.
Well, Daniel counts as 2 people because he has 3 names.
Why do you count? Why do you count as 2 people? I don't
because he has 3 names. He's Daniel Newcomb, or he's Daniel Vale.
Do you know what I've ever heard the term Newcomb from before?
What? Playing
volleyball. Apparently, the rules in volleyball is that you have 3 and 3, and you rotate out. It's called Newcomb.
Well, actually, there's one in the middle, so it's 3, 3, and 1 in the middle. And
no, it's 3 and 3.
There's 1 in the middle. Proper volleyball is 1 in the middle. And then the server rotates into the middle, I think. Oh,
nope.
I forget how they do that. It's been a while.
I'm looking it up.
While you're doing that, Tracy says she's a recovering addict now.
Who is a recovering?
The person that got dragged by the hair. Apparently, I don't know. We're trying to keep up. Archduke says, well, yes, you're correct, Stacey. We fight and argue all the time, which is actually one of the best parts of our relationship. You're a bitch. I'm an asshole. End of the day, we still both love.
I just got called a bitch on my podcast.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that, Archduke. Call my wife a bitch. It's my.
I mean, I am a bitch, but
that's my territory. Each other. Daniels says, I'm a big son bitch. You know what? You know what you might be, Daniel? When they took movies like Smokey and the Bandit and made them ready for TV, when they used to put the, like when they made it onto TV, son of a bitch became scum bum. So you might be a scum bum. I digress. When they did Smokey and the Bandit, it was like, you son of a bitch. And they couldn't say son bitch on TV.
2 teams having 9 to 12 players on the court at a time.
9 to 12.
You rotate out.
You rotate, but
it's
there's
a special kind
of
volleyball where you rotate.
It's a Newcomb.
It's called Newcomb, which like Daniel's name.
So Tracy says, "Oh Donna, Nellie said hello. I saw her and Cheryl yesterday and asked if you were still talking to the guy. Got in trouble for throwing girls off the boat. Oh, she was still talking to him.
See, they have their own little friendships. That's what you get here on the podcast.
Oh.
You find your tribe. You make friends. These people, by the way, did not know each other before this podcast,
and now
they're besties.
Now there's all kinds of.
We're going on a road trip
county
to all hang out
connections
together. They know the same people. They share life advice. Herpes.
Nobody shared.
Some people share their herpes.
You know what? If you want to share your herpes,
I don't know if Donna or Tracy have herpes, but if they had them, I think they would be nice enough to share them, or nice enough not to share them. I don't know. How does that work?
One time, very shortly after we started dating, we're in the car with
all. Song about herpes.
We're all in the car. We have the big Durango with the extra row.
Way in the back. This little voice.
And so, it's all quiet. I hear, does anybody in this car have AIDS? Douglas.
From what was she, 10-year-old?
Yeah, she was like
my
10,
10-year-old daughter.
Old, yeah.
Who in this car has AIDS? Douglas.
Like I had AIDS.
You do look like you have AIDS on a very frequent occasion. So we live in Florida. Doug wears shorts all the time. And Doug also walks into everything. So he always has AIDS legs. It looks like he has AIDS on his legs.
I'm always bumping into stuff. It's terrible. And then now with the no seums, it's terrible.
Good news. Tracy says, I am herpy clean here. Proud of it. Laughing my ass off.
Herpy clean, clap your hands.
If you're herpy clean, clap your hands.
If you're herpy and you're clean, and you're whatever in between.
And you ain't got on your weenie. You're herpy and you're cleany. Clap your hands. And if you don't have, if you do have herpes.
If you have herpes, don't kiss me. If you have active herpes, don't kiss me.
What if they're inactive herpes? You're taking the chance?
It depends. Depends how much I've had to drink.
The thing that's crazy about it, and this is like a ridiculous statement to make, and by the way, Tracy's clapping her hands. Most people herpes is actually viral. A lot of misinformation about it out there. A lot of people have it. It's a liver issue.
You get it from your mom.
Some people do get it from their mom, believe it or not. No, really.
No, I know. That's why it's funny, because it doesn't sound very nice.
Well, some people get it from their mom.
How'd you get your herpes from my mom?
In a creepy way.
Yeah. I did not get herpes from my mom, however.
You want to clarify that?
I got skinny legs from my mom. My mom had very skinny legs.
Did your mom have you have nice legs? Did your mom have nice? Doug has way better legs than me. He has like the nice like little like pentagon knees. Mine are like bleh.
But I have like
it looks like you took a piece of Play-Doh and shoved it on top of another piece of Play-Doh and just smushed. That's what my knees look like. Doug's are like delicate.
Pipe down.
Stop. Do not start a fight with the neighbors. Tracy says it could be passed during labor and delivery.
He just ruined my dinner.
Okay, let me just tell you. It is 9:10, so we're wrapping up.
We're wrapping up.
But I got to tell you guys a couple of the things. So, fucking people on the internet.
Yeah.
People on the internet. Okay, so
it's hard. Are you gonna tell this whole story?
I have like 3 that I want to just. I'm not gonna tell the whole story, but I'm gonna. What do you do?
I'm gonna run to the bathroom. You tell the story. I'll be right back. I just drank this whole.
Okay, so I'm in this Crunchy Moms group, and let me just tell you, people come in there just to troll. Like it's Crunchy Moms, so it's supposed to be like hippie shit, like healthy foods and like safe chemicals, like safe products for your children, and not having chemicals in your home and not having chemicals in the environment. And so people will chime in all the time with these stupid fucking questions. Like one woman's like, opinions on Botox, and people are like, yeah, no, you should not do Botox. It's poison, like various versions of that. And so of course what I said was, she said, Oh no, there was another one. People are like, no. And then there was one about this woman had a diagnosis of oh God, this was so fucking crazy. Okay, so this woman she's on palliative care, allegedly. She says, I went to a new psychiatrist. They put me on 30 milligrams of Adderall. That's a high dose of Adderall. And Adderall, despite the fact that it's fucking fun, it's not a good drug to have in your system. It causes adrenal fatigue. It causes damage to your liver, and it's addictive. And it's just not good for you in general. Like there's a lot of things that you can do that are not Adderall. Obviously you should talk to your healthcare professional, yada, 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 but a 30 milligram fucking Adderall is a lot. So she asked people what their opinions were and experiences. Having narcolepsy, I was on Provigil for years. I regret it. I wish I had never taken it. I also had a prescription for Adderall for because I have narcolepsy. I would literally fall asleep driving. So, this woman asked people for their opinions, and I was like, well, I took it because I have narcolepsy. I wish I never took it. Look at the side effects. Consider the side effects before you do it. I would not do it again. And she just fucking goes off on me. And I'm like, you asked for an opinion. I wasn't like, you fucking idiot. There's 50 reasons why you don't do it. It's like, consider the side effects. Consider the side effects. And she just got so fucking angry. And then she just goes, the whole thing completely devolves. And she starts telling people, and it's tough because I have a chronic illness and I talk about, I'm pretty open about my shit. And I'm like, do I sound like these whiny fucking people who are like, oh, I'm dying. Oh, and then she's talking about how she's sick and she's on palliative care, but she smokes and she's trying to smoke or vape. She doesn't really know. If you're fucking dying, you're going to smoke and or vape. I've done everything. Yes, I had a slice of pizza this weekend. I've done everything short of shove this fucking alligator up my ass to try to get better. I've shoved a lot of other shit up my ass. And you don't see me being like, woe is me. Oh, and I'm I just can't.
Now you're the
and then there was another one today in the fucking Jeep group.
The Jeep one was the worst.
The Jeep group, this woman, it's just the way I just have to read a
the best part of this Jeep group woman was that she would end a sentence by
don't tell it. Don't spoil it.
A space. No, I can't. I got to tell them about the punctuation.
I know, but I was going to read it so that you can.
All right. Well, you'll.
I'm in the same boat. Can y'all give me guidance? Can't do lemon lawyer.
It's a lemon law.
Due to the year, YR, and IV, had it 7 months, and AN, I need a new transmission, ... I'm financing almost $450, 450 then $sign, and AN, can't even drive it, space, ... I don't want the bank to pick it up, period. Cause my credit will go, all caps, down, all caps, AN, not AND. I worked so hard for, all caps, my credit, to be where it is now, ... What do I do? By the way, no capitalization. ... What do I do? Space, ... space, question mark.
I love the ...
mark. And so, of course, one person said it's a Jeep, embrace the poverty. I put a new tranny in my Hound back in February, blah, blah, blah. A lot of people with reasonable responses. So she just devolves into this. So this is where it gets crazy. I put down $6K and AN put in $10K. Am now a new transmission, and then soon I'm gonna need a new engine. I say AMA sometimes because I think it's funny, but I at least capitalize it when I do. I'm a single mom with 2 jobs and AN going to school. Thank God. Normally I tell people don't bother going to college. It's a waste of fucking money.
4th grade.
She needs to go to grammar school. Yeah. I'm gonna start a fucking podcast where all I do is correct people's grammar on the internet because it hurts me. I'm a single mom with 2 jobs and going to school, ... I put in everything I've saved, ... Okay, first of all, if you're a single mom struggling, you shouldn't be fucking spending $10,000 on Jeep mods. So then she, and I'm gonna need a new engine. Why are you already making a claim that you need a new engine? So this guy is just asking questions. If you have a vehicle problem in a Jeep group, for those of you who don't belong to Jeep groups, and you should get a Jeep because it's fucking awesome, unless you're this fucking idiot.
Maybe.
Okay. If you're in a Jeep group and you have a Jeep problem or you're a Jeep mod, anything Jeep related, this is what they want to know. What Jeep do you have? So year, make, model, how many miles on it, what transmission, what engine? They want to be specific with you. They're going to ask you even more specific questions as you go on. They'll be like, when did you have an oil change last? I don't know, a couple months ago. What month? When was the day? They want to know specifics because they want to help you.
What was the brand?
By the way,
the
thing that's cool about Jeepers is they want to help other Jeepers. As a matter of fact, the day that I was putting the Jeep top on at the parking lot and that guy was in the Jeep and didn't come over and help me, I was so fucking pissed because Jeepers help each other. Jeepers help each other. I swear to God, I saw that guy at Costco and I want to punch him in the fucking face. That's not the point. The point is, at no point does she provide that information. At no point does she say what year it is, what make it is, what model it is, if it's a known problem, if it's a recall. Like, people genuinely want to help her. So she was like, I have a 2012 Jeep with 200,000 miles on it. Everybody would be like, bitch, that's when your transmission's about to go. Replace it. Sorry. So anyway, Greg wants her to know, why are you already making a claim that you need a new engine? How does she know she's going to need a new engine? She mean eventually? She's just a hysteric and just jumps down the rabbit hole. I'm going to need a new engine. Then she says, I'm not making a claim that I need a new engine. I'm going to need a new engine. If that's not a claim that you need a new engine, I don't know what the fuck is.
Space. ...
Yet another person chimes in. What year in transmission? What's it doing?
Yeah, maybe
no,
maybe
no answer. No answer. Again, no answer.
Well, she is a single mom. She's very busy.
Nolan, this guy Nolan, not my stepson Nolan. Dude, this lady just poured her heart in a bad situation with a working car with 2 kids and 2 jobs, and you just told her it's a Jeep, embrace the poverty. Like it's some little league baseball coach telling a kid to rub dirt in the scrape. What kind of shit advice is that? It has nothing to do with the Jeep. She bought a car that had obvious problems that weren't disclosed. She had it for 7 months. By the way, kids, let this all be a cautionary tale. One,
buy a Volvo.
Stay in school. 2, do not reproduce with somebody that's fucking stupid. 3, have a mechanic look at the car you're buying.
4, and is spelled A-N-D. 5, space ... space is not proper punctuation.
I don't know who Edward Colley is, but he loves us.
Well,
I love him too. Edward, we love you.
I don't know which one of us he was talking about, or maybe both.
I don't even know how I know him, but we're gonna have to look him up.
All right.
Why don't you look him up?
Edward Colley.
Charlie says Adderall is just legal meth. Got some in the other room, and perhaps she might think about re-education of the English language. She may have been absent for a few months of school, and it shows. Dude, it gets worse. It gets worse. And I don't mean to like entertain you guys all night with this, but I'm going to tell you this, and we're going to do our gratitude and we're going to go to bed because it's fucking funny. So he's trying to be, supportive. It's a Jeep, embrace the poverty, like some little league baseball coach, blah, blah, blah. She brought her car had problems. No car from a dealership should need a transmission, not a year after buying it, period. Welcome to real life. Lemon law is typically what, 90 days? We're not
it's not very long.
Look it up.
I think it is.
Well,
Massachusetts is 90 days. I think it's a state by state
lemon laws. But
situation.
7 months in and you have a bad transmission, you're shit out of luck.
You know what's not covered by the lemon law? Lemons. Get some bad lemons every once in a while.
But if she had provided any fucking point in time, like the make and model number, somebody could have looked it up to say, hey, there's a fucking pending lawsuit on this. Like there was a Jeep lawsuit about seatbelts a while ago. As a matter of fact, Pam's accident, she got a payout from those people.
Oh, nice.
So, appears like a scam post. If you read it and take in what's said, it looks, and look at the profile of the original poster, it seems scammy. By the way, original poster, in her picture, fake nails, fake eyelashes, fancy fucking Jeep. Shit, I don't have. Yeah, okay, your Jeep's broken. You don't have the money to fix it. Priorities. Are you guys serious right now? Not everyone is a scammer. Billy knows my situation. This is the original poster. I've even put out a post to humble myself. And this is the reply I get back. And she goes on. By the way, the more irate she is, when she's irate, she's able to form a sentence. It's amazing. When she calms down, she seems to get even more stupid. There are literally people out there here, comma, humbling themselves, which is not the appropriate use of a comma, but hopefully she's taking an English class. and I don't mean like English is her second language. It's like, as a matter of fact, people I know that English is not their first language write better English than most people that I know. Certainly not this person.
I need to interject here. The lemon law rights period in the state of Florida is 24 months of when you take ownership of the vehicle and have made a reasonable number of attempts, meaning you bring the vehicle to a dealer 3 times for a single issue covered by the warranty, or the vehicle is out of service for repairs by an authorized dealer at least 15 days because the issues or issues covered by the warranty.
Score. Check Massachusetts.
If these attempts fail, you need to provide written notice. Blah, 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 blah,
check the dates in Massachusetts. While Doug checks that, there are people out here humbling themselves to tell you my situation, asking you guys just to give me advice in here. Period. You guys are trying to tear me down. Period. Even though I'm down enough as it is. Period. And it's not, and it's going to be winter. Period. This is not okay. Comma, especially for adults. Okay. Like that's like what's going on? What kind of? But then she responds to someone. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Billy knows my situation. I don't know who Billy is. I'm not a scam. It's not a scam. I'm trying to humble myself, and now I'm just feeling worse as it is. I appreciate it, though. Dude, you would feel so much better about yourself if you just use Grammarly or some similar app that will correct your grammar and spelling, because it's atrocious. Lily, I've asked you a bunch of questions in this whole all caps post. This whole all caps post. Oh, he's asking in this thread. You have not gave one bit of useful information for anyone to help. What you're seeking, wanting, or what kind of vehicle you have. Just a feel bad for me attitude. I don't disagree. And you know, on and on. I really need to read some of the shit where she's just going ape shit. But I want to read the comment by one fucking lunatic. They just keep going back and forth, by the way. Oh, here's another one that she wrote. Greg, you, the letter U, have problems, space, ... And, A-N, honestly, you, the letter U, need a new hobby, ... No caps. Why don't you hit up Billy, you bully ass dude, space, ... You're a bully to the fullest, space, ... If one thing goes, another will too, T-O. I have asked for advice, and A-N, all you, the letter, have nothing better to do. Space, ... I have nothing better to do than to read this on my fucking podcast. It just goes on and on and on. If you want to join this Jeep group, just let me know, because it's fucking hilarious. But then some fucking absolute loon says, if it were totaled in an accident, your rates would go up, but you'd get a check from your insurance company to buy a new car. Wink, wink. They didn't say wink, wink. It was implied.
It's a wink, wink.
Like an accident with wet leaves and a tree or a rock or some other stationary object. Wouldn't it be funny if that just happened to need a transmission and it was in an accident? Not like the insurance company would know that it needs a transmission. Totaled is totaled. Anyway, make sure you drive it, all caps, very safely, because I really wouldn't want your insurance rates to increase and for you to need a new car that's more practical for your family.
Wonder who wrote that.
I appreciate it. I wasn't in an accident. And she goes on and on. I'm like, dude, read it again. Subtle hints. I'm giving you a subtle hint here of how to solve your fucking problem. Sure, it's white trash, but people have done it. Not me. I would
the
never
lemon
do that.
law in Massachusetts covers drivers whose vehicles suffered nonconformity or defect within the first 12 months or 15,000 miles, whichever comes first.
Can you send me a copy of that so I can post it to the group for this idiot that can't even read? No, but like I genuinely,
she's a single mom. She's got no time to read lemon law.
I don't think she. I would just clarify this. I don't think that she would read it. I don't think she would read it. I don't think she can read.
No, I don't. Well, she's not getting in an accident.
Was that like subtle hint? Not a subtle hint. And well, we got to go back to Charlie.
Yeah, we do.
Adderall's legal meth. Okay. She sounds like a professional victim, which is starting to become a common thing in society. Amen to that. That said, I think we've got like some people from our generation, Elon Musk, Joe Rogan, who are starting to like our Gen X is coming in and shaking shit up. So I have hope that Rogan will take them all back and shoot them with a bow. Like line them up, just right through them. Brooke says, "Oh no, did I miss y'all? We did not go yesterday. I don't know if you guys went. We're here. We are wrapping up because we're way over. It's like 9:30.
Yeah, what the frig?
But we're glad you're here. You didn't miss us. You're still here.
You're still part of our friendship.
We love you.
Groups.
And although we're a little sad about the Bills right now.
Yeah, a lot sad about them.
So I realize that you're having some fun scrolling things on your phone.
I'm sending this back to Christina.
Yeah, but why are you doing it during the podcast?
Because I just received a message from her and I'm sending it back to her.
You could just wait till the podcast was over.
Well, we're wrapping up.
You're doing the podcast, right? You're doing the podcast. And you're like, you can't pay attention to the podcast. How do you expect people to watch the podcast? Is it that boring?
No.
Is that why we only have 4 viewers?
I'm multitasking. This is a thing that I do now.
Guys, how many times have we talked about this on the podcast where I'm like, hey, Doug, could you be present? Do you know how many times it's a problem in our lives? Sunday, all the way through Costco, watching football all day. Fucking football. Then he almost had a goddamn heart attack over football.
Wow. That's a bell ringer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, gratitude. What are you grateful? She says, awesome. Love y'all too. Gratitude. I am grateful that there's no football today.
I'm grateful I didn't die.
Jury's still out. I'm grateful. I'm not.
I'll tell you something I'm grateful for.
Oh, good.
We get these, you like make them and heat them up at home. Quesadillas from Costco.
Not organic, but very tasty.
Oh, I put a little fry pan with butter and.
But you can just make those like with ingredients that we have and not pay $15 for Costco.
Well, we were looking for a quick
Yes, that's true. But I'm saying that we can make again in the future and not give Costco $15. I am thankful for the delightful meals that we had today. Always. Thank you for all the cooking that you do.
You're
I know
welcome.
it's a fucking pain in the ass. And I know you resent it. I'm thankful for I'm thankful that I had a shrink appointment today that was somewhat helpful. Charlie says, Stacey, are you pointing fingers? I might point my whole fist right up his ass. With Crisco. Crisco.
You promise? This is the part of the podcast that Stacey has had this much too much of my antics.
I'm thankful that this old man is turning 58 this week, and I'm thankful that he's old so we can get AARP and discounts to the movies and shit. Senior discount.
Well, here's the thing. When we first started dating, I was 46, and I started getting the and she was 36, and I started getting the AARP things because you can join before you're 50 or whatever. And we were laughing because she was 36 and she would have had a membership to AARP.
I can live at the Villages if I want to.
Yeah, well,
I can get a loofah.
Hey, sometimes being old has perks.
I think that the OG lesbies are setting themselves up with the Villages north of the Villages south, which is in Florida. Villages north in Georgia, because they're gonna be Georgia peach bumpers.
Yeah, but they're not. There's nothing swinging about that.
Can you please make T-shirts for Tracy and Becky that say Georgia Peach Bumpers so that they can introduce themselves to the new neighbors? The new neighbors are gonna be like, "Hi, y'all. What's your shirt say? Oh, the Georgia Peach Bumpers."
Oh, I know the exact graphic I want to use for this.
I never heard of that team before. The Georgia Peach Bumpers. What do they play? Trace goes, "Well, sir, 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink is one of our favorite games."
Let's see if I can find
Trace says, I'm grateful that you're as crazy as my family with the made-up sign language. I'm thankful that we are almost done with this move. I'm thankful we're almost done with the mood. I'm thankful that to go to bed now. Yeah, you weren't supposed to come to the podcast today. What the fuck are you doing here? Charlie says, laughing my ass off. Doug is nailing it with his humor. You just like any humor where anyone's giving me a hard time. Fuck you, Charlie. All right. I'm grateful for my friend Darcy texted me today. I'm always grateful for all the people that come and support the podcast. Charlie, Tracy, Brooke, Ann, Edward. Edward was a new one. Daniel, Donna. It's always great to see you guys. Is there anyone I'm forgetting? Darcy. I said Darcy already, I think. Anyway, I'm super grateful for all the people that watch and support the podcast. Todd, of course, and it means so much to me.
Well, this is what I'm going to do for the shirt for the peach bumpers. This is from like the 1970s. They had like the love is, happiness is, and there were these people that had no clothes on. So I was going to do two women together and just peach bumpers.
No, you just do peaches, two peaches together.
Yeah,
Georgia peach bumpers. You want
without juice running down.
You want it to be subtle.
Nice and sticky.
Tracy says we are running out of room, so I will do more tomorrow. I think you might need to get rid of some shit, girl. And well, they're gonna have to furnish 2 houses now because their fancy fucking house has a guest house.
Bring a bunch of stuff.
That's what 2 disposable incomes will get you.
That's right. Hey,
you don't have any babies? You get a 3,500 square foot house with a pool, a fenced-in yard, and a guest motherfucking house.
Well, it just depends how long you've been in the in that house. Like if you've been in that house 10 plus years, probably got a lot of crap.
Yeah, but that's the point.
If you've been in 3 years, you probably got somewhat less crap, but still a lot of crap.
The funny thing is, I've moved so many times in my life, and I've lost so much stuff that I'm not really fazed by it. You, on the other hand, keep collecting objects. Yeah, I don't like it. I mean, if you want to have your objects, it's your thing. LOL, her hair is strategically placed in that cartoon. I don't even know what to say.
No, I think the cartoon was showing full on.
I don't know that she was old enough to have hair in that cartoon.
No, she's
not really any hair. There wasn't even a vulva.
No, look at this. Just it's all hanging out. Nippies and whatnot.
My mom has been in this house her whole life. Wow. Yeah, that's a lot.
Oh, no kidding.
That's a lot. Yeah, I don't really have a place like that. I don't really even have a home. So sad. And so Doug and I really don't even know where we want to live. So we're trying to figure it out. I have this idea that we should full-time RV next year. It's still up in the air. Again. Still up in the air. But we would put shit in storage. God, I really don't want to get rid of my Jeep though. I love my Jeep.
I don't want to get rid of my car either.
Yeah, but your car is like nothing fancy.
What are you talking about?
Do you have an emotional attachment
to How many of those cars do you see on the road?
5, because we've had 5. I realize that
you see Jeeps everywhere. You get crazy people with Jeeps.
I'm sorry.
Transmissions.
Hang on a second.
Complaining about it on the internet.
Hang on a second.
You don't complain about the Volvo deal.
Hang on a second.
The driver.
You have personally owned 4 of that exact car.
No, 3 of that exact car.
So.
No, 6 and 9 and another 09.
So, you want to hang on to that one? That's got all kinds of problems and still smells like plastic from the time you ran over a bag?
Do you want to buy me a new one? No.
Yeah, I bought you that one. That's my fucking Volvo. I can sell it if I want to.
I'm fine.
1. 2, my Jeep is special. Do you know any other Jeeps with muck sticky stickers? No. Do you know any other Jeeps with a monkey that's been stuck to them for 6 years?
I'm not a big fan of the monkey. It looks trashy. I can handle the dents.
The monkey looks trashy. It's got dents all over it. It's got body rot. The muffler sounded like a goddamn Harley until like 2 days ago. It leaks oil everywhere it goes. The emergency brake doesn't work. The reverse lights don't work. Yeah. The horn doesn't work.
But it's special. I keep it.
I don't think you're going to find a Jeep like that. Just saying, it's special. Trey says my brother too. Wow, I didn't know that. Well, I think you guys are going to really love your new house, and I think you're going to love the new weather and the new neighbors, and it's going to be delightful. But I was doing a fun impression of the neighbor coming over to find out that Tracy was a lesbian, and you were too busy looking on something on your phone.
No, I heard it. I heard the whole thing.
Yeah, but it was a whole thing, and you interrupted
about the peach
it.
Bumpers.
Yeah, but you didn't let me finish it.
I didn't interrupt it. I was finishing up what I was doing and going to join you. But no, you stopped your story to yell at me about going on my phone and sending your friend a funny picture of a tortoise wearing a pink tank top when I just designed her pink tank top.
So we're just going to pretend like I didn't say twice, like that I would appreciate it if he was present during the podcast. And we're going to pretend that I wasn't in the middle of an anecdote when he chimed in with his photograph.
Well, we can rewind the tape.
What would be the point?
To prove I'm right. Thank you. I rest my case, Your Honor.
When you're like Stacy's wrong.
I was wrong. I shouldn't have sent the photo while I was on the podcast. I am wrong.
But that wasn't even the photo. That was earlier in the podcast. I was in the middle of talking about something and you were pulling something up. I was talking to you. I was doing a whole bit and you ruined it.
I think you should do this podcast by yourself.
I think so too.
Call it.
If you're going to be if you're not going to be present,
I've been present the whole night. I'm making Charlie laugh. I'm coming up with
but what I tell
products for flanges.
Okay. Marital hate.
It's a real struggle.
Yeah. I don't know what else to say, but I'm grateful for you guys and supporting the podcast. And
we hope Tracy and her caravan have a very smooth.
Yes, and
move
we
down
just praying
to
for y'all
south.
always, and we love you all, and we'll see you soon.
Bye.